Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys doing? I just wanted to do a quick video because I think it was worth it. Of a video that was kind of circulating on Twitter and a few other places. I was sent it on WhatsApp as well. In which I was talking about some of the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once again, these are live stream videos and they're all like from about 2 years ago. And they're all responses to questions. And I think that when it comes to live streams and people come out and cut them up and stuff like that, it's really kind of it's distorting to the reality. But anyway, just let me explain my perspective here, because even some sheikh or some brother from the Middle East called Mohammed Shamsuddin, funny enough, it's all those individuals with similar names that go for hijab, Mohammed Hijab. But anyway, he made 2 videos, in fact, which went viral in the Middle East. And I, at that time, didn't have time to respond to it. And maybe I'll make a response in Arabic as well to him. But I put like a little, comment and stuff like that, clarifying my stances. And so in this video, I was talking about the way in which, the context of this video is I was talking about the way in which some Salafis, they teach Aqidah to children. This was the context. And when I say children, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7-year-olds. Now, I've got children of that age. I've got children of that age myself. So I know I know what they can handle, what they cannot handle in terms of pedagogical information. Not just that, but as a psychology, as a discipline, kind of has demarcated this kind of thing for us. So I was saying, like, the idea, the formulation that we know, that, okay, we do ithbat of a sifa, but then we do, then we remove the tashbih or tamthil of it by saying that laysa kamithlihi shay. So say, for example, we say that Allah has a yad, yeah? We do ithbat of sifatul yad, yeah? And then we say, but the yad is not like the yad. For example, or haya is not like haya. Or whatever, any one of these things. This formulation with things which have qadr mushtarak lughawi, which have a common linguistic link with a'dha of the insan, and I'm not saying it has a haqiqi qadr mushtarak, obviously that's not the view that I'm taking here, but with those things, if you line them up and you say, for example, Allah has a wajh, has a yad, has this, has that, with things which have a qadr mushtarak lughawi, and you line them up in that manner, and then you say, laysa kamithlihi shay. For a child, they don't have the mental veracity, the brain power to be able to understand this. And therefore, the natija will be a tajsimi natija. You will have an anthropomorphistic natija. And I think this is really uncontroversial, to be honest with you. Now, someone will say, but Allah, in the Quran, He uses these terms. But I'm saying the way that Allah uses them is not lining them up in a way, min a'la li asfal, yeah, in a way which mimics the bodily anatomical composition of the human being. There's no verse in the Quran that says, Allah has qadam, and then He has saq, and then He has, for example, yadan, and then He has wedge, and then He has aynan, and He does it in that way, which is murattab and in line with the chronology of the human anatomy, from min asfal li a'la. That doesn't exist in the Quran or in the Sunnah. That chronological thing, and then by the way, laysa kamithlihi shay. With a child, it won't fly. With a child, if you put these things together, it will be like, especially a 5, 6, 7-year-old, they will not understand it. So it was a pedagogical thing. As for my own position, we do ithbat of the sifa. And I really like the way Tabari does this. He has a kitab called the Tabsira. And he does ithbat of the sifat. Yeah? But he does it in a way which you couldn't read from him anthropomorphism. Like somebody who's a lay person could not read from him tajsim. And so we as Salafis or Atharis or whatever you want to call us, we have to kind of follow this model, I think. The model of not going into ghulu in reactionism or reactionary critique, if you like, against some of the other groups like the Ash'aris or the Maturidis in a way which would actually to be honest with you, give credence to their assessment. And we also have to respect that there are things which can be said, yes, by us, okay, when we're teaching, which would, on the face of it, especially to non-Muslims, sound like we're talking about anthropomorphism. So we need to be careful, grade our language, and be careful and precise with our language when it comes to this matter, because yes, we want to do ithbat, but we don't want to do tashbih, you see. And so this is my perspective. Assalamu alaikum.